Hey guys, Ashley from Ashley B Beauty here with you today. A little bit of a new setup. I don't know if I love it or hate it or what's happening, but we're still trying to figure it out. I am so not tech savvy, so we'll see how this works out, and if it's just kind of crappy or good or what, we'll see. So anyway, welcome to my channel. I brought a little friend along with me today. She just had to be here. She couldn't wait till later. She just had to kind of pop on up and say hi. Yeah, that's right. A little bit of a pimple. Actually, it's a big bit of a pimple. Stupid face. So here at Ashley B Beauty, we're pretty real about stuff. I'm not perfect, and I definitely do not have perfect skin. So thank goodness for makeup to hide our imperfections, right? And to enhance those naturally beautiful things about ourselves, but sometimes things happen, so we try to conceal and camouflage, and sometimes we don't always do the best job at it, and our friend still just wants to be seen. So please ignore that for now on past this point in the video, and let's just focus on what I came here to talk about and show you guys today. So I have all of my foundation and stuff on, all my blush and everything, and today I was just going to recreate a little bit of a fall look for you guys. And so today I'm going to be using, I don't know if you've heard of this brand, but they're Morphe brushes. I love this palette. It's their 35O palette. So today I'm going to do a little bit with some of these prettier like mauve-y colors with some of the really shimmery ones right here. I love. So yeah, some of them, the shimmers tend to be more creamy and really pretty and kind of easy to work with. Sometimes the mattes can be a little bit patchy, but not super bad. I mean, I blend them out. You just have to blend, which I do anyway. I think that's kind of the secret of making sure your eye makeup looks really good, is that you're blending everything for blend till your arms hurt. So it's all just beautifully blended together and there's no harsh lines or anything. So yeah, so check it out, Morphe brushes 35O. So we're gonna go with that, and I'll show you which colors I use and how to put them on and everything. So if you guys are interested in checking out this Morphe 35O palette tutorial today, a little bit of a fall look, then keep watching. It'll be in just a minute. And like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not professional in any way. I just love makeup and I find it to be fun. And I just started my channel to kind of show other women. I have glass eye right here on my right side. And I just kind of wanted to be a little bit other women who have maybe prosthetic eyes or whatever. Anybody, welcome to the channel. And take it for what it is. Disclaimer, I am not perfect, and having a glass eye makes my makeup not exactly the same on each side, and that's just the way that it is. It's just my life. So anyway, if you're interested and you want to watch my beautifully fun, amazing tutorial, then keep watching. Thanks. Okay, before I do any eye makeup, I always put on a primer. I feel like a primer helps keep my eyeshadow on a lot longer, and it keeps it from creasing and all those bad things that we don't want to have happen after we put on our beautiful makeup. So I really like the TooFaced Shadow Insurance. I use this one pretty much all the time. I love it. There's a lot of eye primers out there that are cheaper. This one's more high-end, and this one's actually just a little small sample version of it. And it's lasted me forever. This stuff seriously lasts forever because you only need a tiny little bit. So, but any eyeshadow primer works. You find what works for you. I think E.L.F has a shadow primer, or even just a face primer that would work isn't a shadow primer. So whatever primer you love, use that one. I'm just gonna go right on our lids and right up above on our brow bone underneath our brows. So to start off, after our primer's on, I'm just going to take, and so these colors in this Morphe palette aren't named, they don't have names, which kind of stinks. So I'm just going to kind of point out to you guys which ones I've used. So to set that primer before I put any other colors on, I usually just take this color right here, And a little bit of this one's a little bit light. I tend to mix a lot of colors, so I use a lot of shadows. So I use this one and generally this one, maybe a tiny bit of this one. I think this one's a little bit of a shimmer. So yeah, so just mix the two together, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my eyelids to kind of prime it and give it like a blank canvas. So when I put my other real colors on, they'll go on more true to color as opposed to kind of blending in with my my skin tone like lid, like the color of my eyelid normally. Does that make sense? So, okay, there we go. And this part's really easy since it doesn't really have a lot of color or whatever. You can just smear that on. Make sure you get it all over your lid and up above your brow bone. So we're just kind of canceling out our natural eye color, so our shadow colors will go on more true. And you definitely want to use a clean brush for this so you don't drag any of the colors that may have been on there before onto your blank eyeball canvas. Okay, and let's see. I'm trying to remember what I did because generally when I do eye looks, they're not really like planned out, like premeditated. They're just kind of like, oh, well, it looks good today. Well, I'll use that one. So first we'll probably do some little transition colors. I think I went more with a little bit of these kind of orangey, kind of tan ones right here, these two, and maybe a little bit of this one right here. So our transition color is basically the color that goes kind of in your crease that will transition your colors that you're going with on your lid to in between your lid and like your brow bone. So okay, so we're gonna take that, I'm gonna tap it off a little bit, and I'm just gonna go right up in my crease, just a little bit above my crease even, not quite in it, on the brow bone. And I'm just gonna do like some little swirly motions and like a windshield wiper almost. And like I said, the secret to a really good eye look is to blend like it's your job. Because it is. And every time you you start off really light because obviously it's easier to add color on than it is to try to take it away later when you've accidentally put way too much on there. So you can build up this color as deep and or as pigmented as you would like. I like it to be a little bit darker so it shows up better. You can take that right to the corner of your eye and then kind of out. Today I'm not going to do any like crazy wingy look. I'm just kind of stopping right where my eye, the line of my eye stops. That's where I'm going to stop and blend it out just a little bit beyond that, but not too far. And I really like this big fluffy brush from Sedona Lace. It's EB13, and it really helps when your brush is like super fluffy because then it's easier to blend everything out really well. Okay, now that we've blended till our fingers are sore, not really, but sort of, we are going to move on to our next color. And I'm super lazy, so I tend to use the same brush for multiple things. So I'm going to keep this same brush, and with this brush I'm going to go in with my next color. Okay, after that I'm going to go in with this really pretty, you probably can't even tell, but it's a shimmer shade, and it's a little bit of a mauve-y pink, but it's kind of brown, like a brown toned mauve. I don't know. Is that a word? Brown toned mauve right here. This you can't really tell, but it's a really pretty, it's got like pink in it too. So we're gonna go with that one, and we're just gonna sweep this one all across our lid. So we're gonna start building up our really pretty fall-y purple tones now. It's not even purple, I can't say purple, it's like maroon. Is that a pretty color to say, maroon? And this one's just gonna go all over. So we're gonna go on the lid and then we're gonna blend up a little bit into our crease. I'm always using that swirly kind of wiper motion. And I'm taking this one all the way across to the corner of my eye. And always blending up, blending up into the crease. Okay, so now we've got that really pretty mauve-y kind of pink swept across our eyelids. What color did we go in with next? This next kind of darkest color right next to it, it's just a little bit darker, and I'm going to take that right in my crease. So before our transition color was kind of right above our crease, below the brow bone, and then this one we just did went right on our lids. And then this third one that we're going to use is going to go right in the crease, like right where your eyes, when you open them, it kind of folds back. And everybody has different eyelid shapes. Some people have hooded eyes, some people have tons of space up here. It's all different. So if you feel like your eye shape is similar to mine, then this might be a little easier for you. And if not, then you might want to look up what kind of eye shape you have and see what works best for you and how to put eyeshadow on a little bit better. Like for hooded eyes, you're not really getting inside the crease so much because when you open your eyes, you don't see so much of your lid. It all kind of folds back and you have a lot of more brow bone. So that's where you're going to be putting most of your colors. So it just depends on the eye shape you have, where best to put your eyeshadow. I have deep set eyes, more deep set eyes, so I have a little bit more space to work with my lids. So this pretty deep color is just going right in here into the brow bone and a little bit on the corners of my eye. This just gives my eye a little bit more definition, kind of defines my crease a little bit more and enhances the deep set look that my eyes have. So, and like I said, you just keep blending till you don't see any lines. It's just all kind of one big coherent mess, I guess. Mess is probably not the best word to use when you're applying makeup, but you just want it to look uniform and not harsh lined. I think that's where people make the biggest mistake as far as eyeshadow goes, is that they don't take the time to blend it out right, and so they end up with the harsh lines like we're talking about. So if you just take the time and blend everything out really well, then you'll feel like you've maybe made a little step up in your makeup skills ninja bag, right? Blend like a ninja. Blend. Okay, so right up in our crease and then a little bit in the corners right there. I always like a little bit in the corner because I feel like it pulls my eyes out just a little bit. But like I said, we're not going too far out. And for me, sometimes this side always looks a little bit better than this side because I would say with my glass eye, it's a little bit more hooded than my other real eye, just because of the way it's shaped and the way that my glass eye sits in there. So sometimes I have to pull this like deeper color that I put in the crease up just a little higher on my brow bone on this side to kind of give that same illusion that comes out on this side, if that makes sense. There's no really like you have to do it one way. You figure out what works best for you and your eye shape and how it, you know, would work for you. For me, I have to do some little tricks. So, yeah. So keep blending. Oh, someone's here. Hey, buddy. No, I meant you. What are you doing?
I'm just running here to check you out.
You're just running here to check me out?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we've got those three colors all blended out. We're going to go in with one of my favorite colors in this palette. It's this really pretty kind of brick brown shimmery shade. And we're just gonna put this right across our eyelid, and stopping just kind of right at the corner where we put that dark color. We're gonna stop kind of right there. And the best way to get these shimmer shades to really pop on your eyes is to wet your brush. And I'm gonna use this EB09 from Sedona Lace. It's just kind of fluffy, but it's also a little bit flat. So we're gonna wet our brush and really like just pat it and press it, pack it on. And some people are more fancy than me and they have beautiful little sprays that they put on their brushes. I know Fix Plus from MAC is a big one. They just wet their brush with that. We're ghetto here at this house and I just used my tongue, right? Gross, but it works for me. So I'm just gonna get my brush a little bit wet with my tongue and then I'm gonna press it into the color and then we're gonna pat it on, and then you guys can totally do it however you want. If you're disgusted by me, my saliva use, then skip on over, fast forward, or just use whatever makeup setting spray or whatever that you use, or water if you want. Just a tiny bit. Don't get your brush too wet because then it won't work. Just really light. Get your brush really lightly wet. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna pat it in that really pretty color, and then we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna pack that right on. So we're just gonna stop right at the crease. We're not gonna try to take this up very high, but we're gonna take it right, not where our tear duct is, but kind of stop right before it starts. And I'm not sure if my camera is really picking up how beautiful this color is. It's just insane. Especially when your brush is just a little bit wet with saliva. It's just beautiful. So take that to the corner and just right up to the crease. And like I said, blend it. Blend! So can you guys see? I know this camera is like so terrible for picking up how absolutely beautiful it is. Excuse me. Okay, other side. And this is where it gets harder for me because I have to close my real eye so I can do it, and I can't really see what I'm doing very often, so it gets a little bit tricky for me. I promise I wash my brushes after every time I lick them. Oh. You guys are gonna be like, what is up with this nasty girl licking all her brushes? Promise it's just this one that I use to pack my shimmer colors on. If you want a cheap alternative to MAC's Fix Plus, saliva does the job. Oh, you guys. Okay. So I think one side's a little bit more intense than the other. So I'm going to pack a little bit more on this side. Just a teensy bit. Make sure that's even Stevens. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Okay. So now that we've got that packed on, we're going to go back into that kind of darker shade that we used to kind of sculpt out our, what's that thing called? Crease. And we're going to pick up a little bit more of that, and we're going to go back in and just kind of re-blend it out really well. Right on the corner, and then right up into the crease. Now that we've got, I think I'm pretty good about how this looks up here, I'm gonna start kind of bringing that around under my eyes. I like to go under my eyes because I feel like it kind of pulls it all together. I'm just taking this brush that I've been using to blend all this stuff and just go right underneath with what's left on it. And I'll pick some extra up in a minute, but I'm just gonna start with that to kind of give it a little base. super lazy, I know, but that's kind of how I roll. I roll lazy. I'm sorry about my lighting. My camera seems to not like anything I do. My camera is more high maintenance than I am, I think. Okay, now that we've kind of brought that under just a little bit, we are going to go in with that same color we've been using in our crease. We're gonna go underneath our eyes with that a little bit. Shimmery. So right from the corner of your eye, and you just pull it over. And I'm gonna stop right before I get to my tear duct because we're gonna put a little something right there. A little something, something. And like I said, there's always a million ways you can do things, and everybody does it so different. So I feel like when you're watching tutorials, you should listen, but then do your own thing ultimately. You know, you do what works for you. Is there rules to makeup? I'm sure. Do they get broken all the time? Definitely. So, you know, take that for what it is. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker color just because I feel like it needs it. So I'm going to take this little dark brown right here and just go up just a little bit under there with that. Just a little bit. Oops, my mirror's backwards. Okay. Kind of really give a little bit more definition here. And this brush is probably a little too fluffy for under your eyes, really. But like I said, I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna use it. You probably want a little bit thinner of a brush so it doesn't get all over. But today, we're just gonna use this one. We're just gonna do it. Okay. Alright, so now we've got that under there. So the Sedona Lace 904, it's just a tiny little brush. We're just gonna get right up here in our little tear duct and just a little bit over from there. And we're gonna take this color, you probably can't really tell, but it's really shimmery right here, this really light, shimmery, kind of pale. And we're gonna go right in our crease, or not our crease, we're gonna go right in our tear duct, right here, with that. That's gonna open our eyes, and we're gonna bring it over just a little bit. It's gonna give us a little bit of more of an open eye there. But yeah, my foot is totally asleep right now. It's tingling. This video is probably gonna be so long. I talk way too much. Okay. See how that opened it up just a bit. And give it a little bit more. See? And we need a little on the brow bone. So we'll go back with that same little brush that we used and that same color that we used in the tear duct. And I'm going to put just a little bit of that right on my brow bone. And you guys don't always have to use, this is really shimmery. And apparently the rule is once you get past a certain age, you don't want shimmer colors because, you know, they make you look older than you are. But I don't really care. I guess I'll just make myself look older because I really love them. Blend, blend. Now, to finish off our look, we're gonna you can take any black eyeliner. Sometimes I use brown. I love brown because it's more natural looking for me. Sometimes black can be a little bit harsh. But today, I'm just gonna go ahead with it. I've got this Revlon Color Stay, and it's actually not black. It's called charcoal. It's a little bit more gray. I don't know why I got this or why I have it. I should have probably bought a real black one, but this is what we have, so we're gonna use this. And we're not going to do anything really majorly crazy. We're going to tight line under our eye first, right up in our eye line. Like I always do. Just don't poke out your eye, okay? Then you'll be like me. I know it's cool, it's cool to have one eye, but you want both, promise. I have very bad depth perception. Okay, and I can't see 3D movies, which kind of sucks. So keep your eyes. Be careful while tight lining. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring it down just a little bit along our eye waterline. I don't like it to be super thick. For me, if I do too much, it closes my eyes off, and they're two different shapes to begin with, so it kind of accentuates that, so I don't do too much. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just go right across the top of my eyelashes. No precision needed. Okay, I had to clean my eye off camera there a little bit for you. Thank you, prosthetic eye. Okay, so now that we've got our liner on and all of our shadows are on, we're gonna go ahead and go in with our mascara. I have a little bit of a roller lash here from Benefit, which I love. This is a more high-end brand. I also really like the L'Oreal Million Lashes, whatever, the goldish one, not the fake like fiber lash one, no, the other one. I'll link it below. I really like that one a lot. It's only like $8 at Walmart. So, and I'm almost out of this roller lash, and I'm kind of sad because I don't know that I want to replace it. And this is just the little one. It was like $12. So, ongoing debate in my brain. But I do really love this mascara. So, any mascara you love, go ahead, put that on. Okay, got my mascara on. If you are a falsies girl, you can go ahead and put your falsies on now. If you like to wear false lashes, well, I would put them on today to go with this if I did have them, but I don't have any. Kind of sad about it. So to finish this look, I'm gonna use this color today. So it's the same, it's ColourPop Ultra Metallic Lippy in, this one's Man Eater. So it's a really pretty metallic brown burgundy color that I just really like. And disclaimer, I'm terrible with lipstick, especially liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this off camera. Okay, I'm back, yay! That took me a while to get that on. So anyway, that is the completed look with my Morphe 35O palette. I will list all the products below, and if you guys have any questions or any looks that you maybe want to see or anything that you guys want from me, please let me know below. I would love to kind of do whatever it is that you guys are looking for. Whatever you guys want to see, I want to do it for you. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. See you guys later. Bye.
Hi.
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 Hi.